So, you're dreaming of studying in Europe. Weekend trips across borders, world-class schools, amazing food. Sounds perfect, right? Well, not so fast. Behind the glossy brochures, there are a few truths that you need to know before you apply for a master's. And some of them could save you thousands of euros and a lot of headaches. Let's start with something people always underestimate: language. Yes, there are plenty of English-taught MIM programs, especially in the UK, Netherlands, Denmark, and Sweden. But outside the classroom, real life often speaks French, German, Spanish, or Italian. Want an internship at a French company? Or to get your paperwork processed in Spain? You'll need at least conversational skills. Even basic German or French can double your job options, and honestly, it makes your experience so much richer. And here's the flip side of European charm: bureaucracy. France loves paperwork, visa appointments, residence permits, housing aid applications. It's a part of the student life. Germany requires you to open a blocked account with at least 11,904 euros for a year's living expenses or no visa. Italy and Spain, think long waits at government offices. But not everywhere is like this. The Netherlands and Nordic countries have digital-first streamlined systems. Estonia is even called Europe's e-government paradise. So where you study makes a huge difference in how much time you'll spend chasing stamps and signatures. Now, let's talk program structure. The UK and Ireland keep things short and intense, usually 1 year packed with academics and networking. On the other hand, France, Germany, Spain, and Italy stretch programs closer to 2 years or more. But that's not wasted time. Many include internships, consulting projects, or even apprenticeships. In France, the alternate system lets you work part-time for a company while your tuition is paid. That's basically a degree plus work experience rolled in one. Of course, the big question: how much does all cost? Tuition for top MIMs ranges from 15,000 euros to 50,000 euros, which is still much cheaper than a US MBA. But living costs? That's where students get surprised. Rent in Paris or London can eat up half your budget. The good news: Europe is full of scholarships. The Eiffel Excellence Scholarship in France pays over 1,100 euros per month plus travel. The Erasmus Mundus Joint Masters covers tuition, travel, and even living costs if you're lucky enough to get in. And don't forget France's quirky but amazing CAF housing subsidy. It can cut 150 to 250 euros off your monthly rent. Now, for the fun stuff, lifestyle perks. A student visa in most EU countries gives you Schengen access, which means one visa gets you into 27 countries. That's Friday lectures in Paris, Saturday tapas in Barcelona, and Sunday strolling through Rome. Daily life is different too. Europe puts a big emphasis on balance. Fewer all-nighters, more group projects, more independence. Some countries like Denmark or the Netherlands actively push students to enjoy a healthier work-life balance. But here's something students forget until it's too late: healthcare. In France, international students join the public system basically for free, then add cheap top-up insurance. In the UK, you pay the NHS surcharge, currently around £776 per year, which gives you full access to healthcare. Italy and Spain, public systems are solid but sometimes slow, so many students grab private coverage for 100 euros to 300 euros a year just to avoid long waits. It's not glamorous, but it is crucial. And what happens after graduation might be the most important thing that you learn today. Visa rules decide whether your European adventure ends at graduation or continues into your first job. In France, you can stay for 2 years with a post-study permit. Germany gives you up to 18 months to job hunt. The Netherlands offers a 1-year orientation visa. The UK has its graduate route for 2 years, though keep an eye on this because the government is reviewing that policy in 2025. These post-study visas are game changers for your ROI. And speaking of ROI, let's talk numbers. MIM grads from schools like HEC, LBS, and INSEAD report over 90% employment within 3 months. Starting salaries in Europe range from 45 to 65,000 euros depending on your sector. Consulting and finance pay on the higher end. It's not US MBA level salaries, but tuition is way lower, which means many grads break even in just 2 to 3 years. That's a strong investment. So here's the bottom line. Europe is incredible for a master's, but it's not just croissants, castles, and cheap flights. There's language, bureaucracy, healthcare, visas, and real budgeting involved. If you know what to expect, it can make it one of the best decisions of your life. And speaking of budgeting, our next episode is all about scholarships and funding hacks. From Erasmus to Eiffel to DOD, I'll show how people study in Europe for almost free. So hit the subscribe button and I'll see you in that next video. Wait, before you go, don't miss the Master's Spotlight Fair. Meet admissions teams and students from HEC, LBS, ESSEC, and more, all in one place. Sign up with the link below and grab free resources just for registry. See you guys there.